Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you today that your future is not something you wait for. It's something you create. You see, the secret to success, the secret to living the life of your dreams, lies in one powerful principle: the power of daily commitment to your goals. Too many people have dreams. They have visions of success, of greatness, of becoming something greater than they are right now. But here's the truth: dreams don't work unless you do. It's the daily commitment, the consistent action, the unwavering determination that separates the winners from the ones who never make it. We all face challenges. We all go through tough times. But it's in those moments, in those challenges, that your commitment is tested. If you're not committed to your goals every single day, you're never going to reach them. You must show up, not just when it's convenient, but when it's hard, when you feel tired, when the world tries to tell you to quit. That's when you've got to push harder, go further, and believe even when it seems impossible. Now, I want you to think about something for a moment. Imagine waking up every single day knowing that what you do today matters. Knowing that today you are one step closer to that dream. Knowing that you are putting in the work every single day to make your vision a reality. That's the power of daily commitment. Don't let fear, doubt, or negativity derail you, because those things are temporary. They will come and they will go. But your commitment, your decision to rise every day and push forward, that is what will take you where you want to go. It's not about perfection, my friends. It's about progress. It's about getting better every single day, no matter how small the steps may seem. And I'm here to tell you, as long as you stay committed to your goals, your victory is inevitable. Consistency is key. It's a phrase we've all heard before, but what does it really mean? And why is it so powerful? Let me tell you this: success is not about having that one brilliant moment. It's not about a single explosive achievement. Success is built on the small, consistent actions you take day in and day out. It's the little things you do when no one is watching. The moments where you could easily slip, where you could choose to give up, but you don't. That's where the power lies, in those everyday choices to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep pushing, no matter how hard it gets. When you start a journey towards a goal, you're often filled with excitement and energy. You've got this big dream, this burning desire to achieve something remarkable. And in those early days, you're motivated. It feels easy, it feels possible. But as time goes on, the initial excitement begins to fade and reality sets in. You're met with challenges. You face obstacles. There are days when it feels like you're not making progress, even though you're putting in the work. You start to doubt yourself. You wonder if it's worth it. And that's when consistency becomes your car. You see, the people who achieve greatness aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent, the most intelligence, or the most resources. They're the ones who can keep going when it feels like the world is against them. They understand that consistency is more important than any one breakthrough. It's about showing up every day, even when the results aren't immediate, even when you can't see the finish line. Success is a series of small, deliberate steps. Think about a marathon runner. They don't just show up on race day and expect to win. They train day after day, mile after mile, even when their legs are sore, when their energy is low, when they're tempted to quit. They keep running. They keep moving forward. And every single step they take, no matter how small, brings them closer to that finish line. That's the essence of consistency, taking those steps every day, even when you can't see the immediate results. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of instant success. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with images of people who seem to have it all together, who made it big, who have achieved what we want to achieve. And it's tempting to think that success should come quickly, that it should come easily. But the truth is, lasting success is built on the foundation of consistency. I've seen it over and over again. The people who stay consistent with their actions, who continue to push forward even when things get tough, are the ones who eventually break through. And it's not because they have something special that you don't. It's because they understood that success doesn't come from a single moment of brilliance. It comes from the accumulation of small, focused efforts over time. But here's the thing, consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over with no thought or strategy. It means showing up with a purpose. It means putting in the effort with intention, with focus, with belief that each step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. There will be days when it feels like you're not making any progress at all. But trust me, the progress is happening. It's happening inside you. It's happening in the habits, your discipline you're creating, in the character you're strengthening. And those things are just as important as the tangible results you're striving for. Now let's talk about the power of momentum. When you remain consistent, you create momentum. Momentum is a force that keeps you moving forward even when the going gets tough. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but over time it gathers speed and strength. The same happens when you're consistent in your efforts. The more consistent you are, the more momentum you build, and the easier it becomes to keep going. Eventually, you reach a point where success is no longer a question. It's inevitable. And let me be clear, consistency is not always glamorous. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic changes. It's about those quiet moments when you do the work, when you show up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about the days when you feel like nothing is happening, but you keep going anyway. It's about the belief that every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. And that's what separates the winners from the rest. So if you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to see your goals become a reality, you have to embrace the power of consistency. You have to commit to showing up every day, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how the progress feels. Because one day you'll look back and realize that it wasn't the big moments that got you there. It was the small, consistent steps you took day after day, believing in the process, trusting that your hard work would eventually pay off. And when that moment comes, you'll understand the true power of consistency, and you'll be grateful that you never gave up. Commitment is a choice. It's something you decide every single day. It's not a feeling, and it's certainly not something that just magically appears when things get tough. No, commitment is something you consciously choose, and it's one of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make in your life. When you make the choice to commit, you're deciding to give yourself fully to your dreams, your goals, and your purpose. It's a commitment to show up, to do the work, to endure through the challenges, and to never give up, no matter what obstacles come your way. We often hear people say they're committed to something, but true commitment goes far beyond just words. It's easy to say you're committed when everything is going well, when the path is clear and the rewards are easy to see. But when life gets hard, when the road gets tough, when the doubts start creeping in, that's when the true measure of your commitment is revealed. Commitment isn't about how you feel when it's easy, it's about what you do when it's hard. And that's when the choice really counts. You see, commitment is not about the absence of challenges, it's about your willingness to push through them. Every goal worth achieving will test your resolve. The bigger your dreams, the bigger the hurdles. There will be times when you want to quit, when you want to throw in the towel and walk away. But the choice to stay committed is what sets successful people apart from those who never reach their potential. It's the decision to keep going, to keep fighting, even when everything inside of you is telling you to stop. We live in a world where instant gratification is the norm. People want results now, and they want them with as little effort as possible. But true commitment requires patience. It requires sacrifice. It requires consistency and perseverance. When you choose commitment, you are saying, I am willing to do what it takes, no matter how long it takes, to make this happen. You are choosing to put in the work day in and day out, even when no one else is watching. It's a choice to go above and beyond, to take the extra step, to stretch yourself beyond your limits. And let me tell you, that's not always easy, but it's always worth it. One of the hardest things about commitment is the ability to stay true to your word. You make promises to yourself, you set goals, and you declare your intentions. But the true measure of your commitment comes when harder it comes. Do you keep those promises to yourself when it's uncomfortable? Do you stay true to your word when the world tries to pull you in a different direction? That's the real test of commitment. It's easy to make commitments when everything is going well, but true commitment is revealed when you face adversity. That's when the choice really matters. It's important to realize that commitment isn't just about personal willpower. It's about the deep conviction that your goals and dreams are worth the effort. When you commit, you are investing in your future. You are deciding that your purpose is bigger than any temporary setback or obstacle. It's about taking control of your life and not letting circumstances dictate your success. You are choosing to take responsibility for your journey, to show up and to take action. Every day that you stay committed, you are shaping your future one choice at a time. Commitment also requires resilience. It requires the ability to bounce back from failure, to stand up after being knocked down. We all face disappointments and setbacks. We all face moments when things don't go as planned. But commitment is about saying, I will not let this stop me. It's about getting back on track, even when you're discouraged. It's about learning from your mistakes, growing from your failures, and continuing to move forward. When you choose commitment, you are saying that no matter how many times you fall, you will rise again. You will never let anything keep you from your goal. There's another important aspect to commitment that many people overlook: accountability. When you make the choice to commit, you are not just committing to yourself, but also to the people around you. You're showing the world that you take your dreams seriously, that you are willing to put in the effort, and that you're ready to do whatever it takes to succeed. It's a declaration that you are in this for the long haul. And as you stay true to your commitment, you inspire others to do the same. Your commitment becomes a source of motivation and strength, not just for yourself, but for those who are watching you. At the end of the day, commitment is not something that's given to you. It's something you choose. It's a choice that requires you to take full responsibility for your life and your losses. It's a choice to never give up, to never settle, to never let go of your dreams, no matter how hard it gets. It's a choice to trust the process, to believe in your ability to succeed, and to keep moving forward, no matter the challenges. And when you make the choice to commit, you are choosing to become the person you were always meant to be. Embrace the struggle, because the struggle is not your enemy, it's your greatest asset. It's easy to think that success should come without difficulty, that the path to our dreams should be smooth and free of obstacles. But the truth is, the struggle is what shapes us, refines us, and ultimately leads us to greatness. Every person who has ever achieved anything of significance has had to face struggle, adversity, and challenges. They didn't shy away from it, they embraced it. And it's in embracing the struggle that we grow stronger and more capable of achieving our goals. When you set out to accomplish something important, there's a moment when the initial excitement fades and reality hits. The easy part is over, and now you are faced with the hard work, the late nights, the setbacks, and the doubts. It's during this time that most people give up, when they throw in the towel, because the struggle feels unbearable. But what they don't realize is that the struggle is not a sign that they should quit. It's a sign that they are on the right path. The struggle is the moment when you push through the resistance, when you test your limits, when you find out just how badly you really want what you're working for. It's in these moments that your true character is forged. We often hear the phrase, no pain, no gain, and it's true. The growth that comes from struggle is irreplaceable. When things are easy, we don't change. We stay where we are, content with what we have. But when we push ourselves through difficulty, when we embrace the discomfort and the pain that come with pursuing something great, we discover new depths of strength and resilience within ourselves. It's in the struggle that we develop the perseverance, the grit, and the determination to keep moving forward, even when everything inside of us tells us to stop. The truth is, you will face struggles in every area of your life, whether it's in your career, your relationships, your health, or your personal growth. Challenges are inevitable. But the key is how you respond to those challenges. Will you let them defeat you, or will you use them as stepping stones to reach higher? The choice is yours. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who learn to embrace the struggle, to see it not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity for growth. The struggle is a crucible place where you are tested and transformed. It burns away the impurities, leaving only the core of who you are. When you're going through a difficult time, it's easy to feel like everything is falling apart, like you're failing, like you're never going to make it. But what you may not realize in the moment is that the struggle is preparing you for something greater. It's teaching you valuable lessons about resilience, patience, and determination. It's shaping you into the person you need to be in order to succeed. Without the struggle, you wouldn't be ready for the success that's waiting for you. And let's be clear, the struggle is not meant to break you. It's meant to build you. It's meant to stretch you, to push you beyond your comfort zone, to force you to grow in ways you never thought possible. The moment you choose to embrace the struggle, you stop seeing it as an obstacle and start seeing it as a tool for transformation. The struggle forces you to confront your fears, your weaknesses, and your limiting beliefs. It forces you to dig deep and find the strength you didn't know you had. And when you come out on the other side, you are a different person, stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. Embracing the struggle also means giving yourself permission to fail. So often we view failure as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. But failure is a necessary part of the journey. It's in our failures that we learn, that we refine our approach, that we discover what works and what doesn't. Without failure, there is no progress. So when you face failure, when things don't go according to plan, don't be discouraged. Instead, embrace it. Learn from it. Use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Because every failure brings you one step closer to success. The struggle also teaches us patience. In our fast-paced world, we want things now. We want instant results, immediate gratification. But real success takes time. It takes dedication. It takes enduring the struggle step by step, day after day. It's about understanding that success is not a destination, but a journey that is filled with obstacles and challenges along the way. And if you can learn to embrace those obstacles, to see them as part of the process rather than something to be feared, you will find the journey becomes not just bearable, but enjoyable. In the end, embracing the struggle is about developing the mindset that nothing worthwhile comes easily. The most rewarding things in life, the things that truly matter, require effort, sacrifice, and perseverance. So when you face challenges, when things get tough, remember that you are not alone. Everyone who has ever achieved greatness has had to face struggle. But it's the ones who choose to embrace it, to push through it, to use it as a springboard for growth, who ultimately reach the top. The struggle is not the enemy, it is your ally. When you learn to embrace it, there's nothing that can stand in your way. The power of belief is a force that can move mountains, create extraordinary change, and shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. Belief is not just a passive feeling, but a powerful energy that drives action, fuels determination, and shapes the way you see yourself and the world around you. It is the foundation upon which success is built. If you truly believe that you can achieve your goals, there's almost nothing that can stop you. But if you doubt yourself, if you lack the belief that you're capable, you will find yourself stuck, paralyzed, and unable to take the necessary steps toward achieving greatness. At the core of belief is the understanding that you are capable of far more than you often give yourself credit for. It's about trusting in your own potential and knowing that no matter what obstacles you face, you have the strength and resilience to overcome them. When you believe in yourself, you act with confidence, you take bold steps, and you rise above challenges with a sense of purpose and conviction. Belief gives you the power to see opportunities instead of obstacles, to focus on what's possible rather than what's holding you back. It shifts your perspective and transforms your mindset. Belief is also contagious. When you believe in yourself, you inspire others to believe in you too. Your belief becomes a beacon of light that attracts support, resources, and opportunities that you might otherwise miss. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate self-assurance and conviction, and your belief in your own abilities has the power to rally others around you. It creates a momentum that propels you forward and allows you to achieve things that you might have once thought were impossible. But belief is not something that is simply handed to you. It is something you must cultivate, nurture, and protect. In a world that constantly challenges us, that frequently tells us what we can't do, belief is something you must defend. There will be plenty of people who try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind, who tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, that you'll never succeed. They may even offer well-meaning advice trying to protect you from disappointment. But what they don't realize is that their doubts only hold power if you allow them to. The key to belief is not letting anyone else's perceptions of you dictate your own. In fact, one of the most powerful aspects of belief is its ability to silence negativity. When you truly believe in your dreams and your abilities, you can tune out the noise of self-doubt and criticism. You stop questioning yourself with every setback, and instead, you view each obstacle as a temporary challenge that will only make you stronger. You learn not to listen to the voices of fear and doubt, but to trust in your inner voice that says, "You've got this." Your belief in yourself becomes an armor that protects you from the negativity and criticism of others. It helps you stay focused on your goal and remain steadfast in your pursuit of it, regardless of what others may say. Belief is also a decision, something you choose to embrace every single day. It's not a feeling that comes and goes depending on circumstances, but a firm conviction that you are capable of achieving greatness. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to make. Do you believe in your potential or not? When you face setbacks, do you allow yourself to lose faith, or do you keep believing the outcome, knowing that the journey is part of the process? The power of belief is not just about having an optimistic outlook. It's about taking action despite the doubts, despite the fears, and despite the challenges that lie ahead. Belief is the driving force that moves you to take that first step and to keep going even when things get tough. One of the most powerful things belief can do is to transform your self-image. If you believe you are capable of success, you will take actions that align with that belief. You will make choices that reflect your confidence in your ability to succeed. On the other hand, if you don't believe you deserve success, you will sabotage yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, because you don't think you're worthy. Belief in yourself isn't just about positive thinking. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and behaviors with your deepest convictions about who you are and what you can achieve. When you see yourself as someone who is capable, driven, and deserving of success, your actions will reflect that. Then you'll start to attract the right people, circumstances, and opportunities into your life. Belief also plays a critical role in overcoming fear. Fear often arises from the unknown, from our own insecurities and doubts. But when you believe in yourself, you can face those fears head on. You begin to understand that fear is not something to be avoided, but something to be used as a tool for growth. When you have belief in your abilities, fear becomes a signal that you are pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, that you are stepping into new territory, and that you are on the verge of growth. Instead of shrinking back in fear, you charge forward, knowing that every step you take is taking you closer to your goal. The more you embrace the power of belief, the less fear will have control over you. In conclusion, the power of belief is limitless. It can propel you forward, guide you through adversity, and help you achieve your wildest dreams. But belief doesn't come from wishing or hoping. It comes from within. It comes from trusting in your abilities, committing to your goals, and taking consistent action toward your vision. When you truly believe in yourself, you unlock a power within that can overcome any obstacle, break down any barrier, and lead you to a future beyond your wildest imagination. Never underestimate the power of belief, because with belief, all things are possible. Small steps lead to big results. This might sound like a simple idea, but it is one of the most powerful truths about achieving success. We live in a world that often values instant gratification, where people want quick results, fast rewards, and easy solutions. But the reality is that lasting success doesn't come from giant leaps or overnight breakthroughs. It comes from the consistent, deliberate actions we take every single day, no matter how small those steps may seem at the time. These small steps are the building blocks of success, and when we take them consistently, they compound over time into something far greater than we ever imagined. Think about it for a moment. If you want to get in shape, it's not about doing one intense workout and expecting to see dramatic changes. It's about showing up every day even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking small, manageable steps each day, perhaps starting with a short walk or a few minutes of exercise and gradually building upon them. Over time, those small steps lead to bigger results. The same is true for any goal or dream you have. Success isn't about one big move. It's about the daily, often unnoticed actions that pile up over time to create incredible outcomes. The power of small steps lies in their ability to build momentum. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you look at a big goal and think about how far away it seems. But when you break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces, it suddenly feels achievable. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the task ahead, you can concentrate on taking the next small step. Each step you take builds on the previous one, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. What once felt impossible is now within your reach. Small steps create a sense of progress, and that progress, no matter small, is incredibly motivating. One of the biggest mistakes people make when working toward a goal is expecting immediate results. They start with enthusiasm, but when they don't see dramatic changes right away, they become discouraged and give up. The truth is, success takes time, and it's the consistency taking small steps that ultimately leads to big results. The key is to keep moving forward even when the progress seems slow. You're planting seeds with every step you take, and while you may not see the harvest immediately, trust that the results are coming. Now, steps also teach us the value of patience. In a world where we're constantly seeking shortcuts and quick fixes, learning to value the slow, steady approach is incredibly important. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And every small step you take is a step toward that long-term victory. It's easy to become disheartened when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, but it's important to remember that real, sustainable success is built over time. The small steps you take today will eventually lead to something far greater than you can imagine. Another important aspect of small steps is that they allow for flexibility and adjustments along the way. When you take big, bold actions all at once, it can be difficult to course correct if things don't go as planned. But when you focus on taking small steps, you give yourself the freedom to adjust, learn, and grow as you go. You can evaluate your progress regularly and make any necessary changes without feeling like you've wasted a huge amount of time or energy. Small steps allow you to stay focused on the long-term goal while remaining flexible in your approach. In addition, small steps help to build confidence. When you start with small, achievable actions, you experience success early and often. This success, no matter how minor it may seem, reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. The more small victories you have, the more confidence you build. And that confidence becomes a driving force that propels you forward. The more confident you are in your abilities, the more willing you are to take on bigger challenges, and the more likely you are to stay committed to your goals. Small steps also allow you to enjoy the journey. Often when people focus only on the end goal, they miss the beauty of the process. They become so fixated on the destination that they forget to enjoy the progress they're making along the way. But when you focus on taking small steps, you learn to appreciate the process. You learn to savor the small wins, the daily progress, and the incremental improvements. And when you learn to enjoy the journey, you find that the pursuit of your goals becomes more fulfilling in itself, regardless of when or if you reach the finish line. Finally, small steps remind us that success is not about perfection, it's about progress. Too often we get caught up in trying to do things perfectly, and we end up procrastinating or avoiding taking action altogether. But the truth is that perfection is unattainable. The key is to keep moving forward, even if the steps you're taking aren't perfect. Each step you take, no matter how imperfect, brings you closer to your goal. Progress is what matters, not perfection. And small steps are the most effective way to ensure that you're always making progress. In the end, the power of small steps is undeniable. They may seem insignificant on their own, but when compounded over time, they lead to extraordinary results. So if you feel overwhelmed by your goals, don't be discouraged. Instead, focus on taking small steps, one after another. And with each step, remember that you are closer to the success you've been working for. Keep moving forward and trust that the small steps you take today will lead to the big results you desire tomorrow. Overcoming self-doubt is one of the most significant hurdles you will face on your journey toward success. Self-doubt is that inner voice that tells you you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, that you don't deserve success, or that you will fail before you even try. It's a constant companion that whispers in your ear, attempting to hold you back from reaching your full potential. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience, and it does not have to control your life. The key is learning to recognize it, confront it, and take action despite it. Everyone experiences self-doubt at some point in their life, whether it's questioning your abilities, fearing rejection, or worrying about what others will think. Doubt is a universal feeling. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of self-doubt, but the ability to move forward in spite of it. The most successful individuals are often those who have faced intense self-doubt but chose to act anyway. They didn't let their fears and insecurities stop them from taking the necessary steps toward their goals. They recognize that doubt is a normal part of the process and that it doesn't define who they are or what they are capable of achieving. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is to acknowledge it for what it is, a feeling, not a fact. It's easy to let self-doubt convince you that it is an accurate reflection of your abilities. When that voice in your head says you're not good enough or you're going to fail, it's easy to believe it. But the truth is, that voice is based on fear, not reality. Just because you feel doubt doesn't mean it's true. Recognizing that self-doubt is just a feeling, something that comes and goes, is a powerful realization. It doesn't define who you are, and it certainly doesn't define what you're capable of achieving. One of the most effective ways to combat self-doubt is to challenge the negative thoughts that fuel it. When you feel doubt creeping in, ask yourself, is this thought based on reality or is it based on fear? More often than not, you'll realize that the doubts you're experiencing are not grounded in fact. They're simply stories you're telling yourself. Once you recognize this, you can begin to replace those negative thoughts with more empowering ones. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you can think, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I am taking steps to get there. By consciously shifting your mindset, you start to build a more resilient and positive outlook that is not swayed by temporary feelings of doubt. Another powerful tool for overcoming self-doubt is focusing on your strengths and past successes. When doubt creeps in, it's easy to forget all the times you've overcome challenges, all the moments when you've succeeded against the odds. Reflecting on these achievements reminds you of your capabilities and helps you build confidence. Take time to write down your accomplishments, no matter how big or small. Celebrate the wins you've had and use them as evidence that you are indeed capable of achieving your goals. When self-doubt strikes, look at your list of past successes and use them as fuel to keep going. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is another crucial step in overcoming self-doubt. We are often influenced by the people around us, and when you have a support system that believes in you, it becomes easier to believe in yourself. Seek out people who uplift and encourage you. These are the individuals who will remind you of your strengths and capabilities when you start to question them. Don't be afraid to share your struggles with them. Vulnerability can be a powerful tool for growth, and talking about your self-doubt with someone you trust can help you strengthen it from a different perspective. Their support can help counteract the negative self-talk that often accompanies self-doubt. It's also important to remember that no one achieves greatness alone. Every successful person has faced self-doubt at some point in their journey. The difference is they didn't let it hold them back. They continued to take action, even when they felt unsure of themselves. The key is to take small steps, even when you feel afraid. The more you push through your doubts and take action, the more confidence you will build. Action is the antidote to self-doubt. It's hard to feel uncertain about your abilities when you're busy taking steps toward your goals. With each action, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable of moving forward despite your doubts. Self-doubt often stems from fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. The truth is, fear is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. Instead of avoiding fear, learn to embrace it. Understand that fear and doubt are signs that you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, which is where growth happens. Every time you face your fears and continue to move forward, you are building resilience and strength. The more you embrace fear, the less power it will have over you. One of the most important things to remember when overcoming self-doubt is that it's a process. It's not something that will disappear overnight. But with consistent effort, you can gradually shift your mindset and learn to take action despite your doubts. Self-doubt may never completely go away, but over time you will develop the tools to handle it and keep moving forward. Remember, the most successful people are not those who never experience self-doubt. They are the ones when they act to rise and not to take action in spite of it, and to trust in their ability to achieve their dreams. Ultimately, overcoming self-doubt is about developing a mindset that believes in your potential, even when the path forward is unclear. It's about trusting yourself, challenging negative thoughts, seeking support, and taking action. You have everything you need within you to succeed, and self-doubt is just a temporary obstacle on the way to greatness. Don't let it stop you. Keep moving forward, and you will find that your belief in yourself is stronger than any doubt that comes your way. Taking action every day is the cornerstone of achieving success in any area of your life. It's not enough to just dream, plan, or hope that things will work out. You can have the best intentions, the clearest goals, and the strongest desire. But without consistent action, those things will remain just that: dreams, plans, and desires. The truth is that success is built on daily effort, on the small, deliberate steps you take each day to move closer to your goals. It's the consistency of those actions that leads to progress, growth, and ultimately achievement. One of the most important things to understand about taking action is that it doesn't always have to be a big, monumental step. In fact, often the most effective actions are the small, incremental ones. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the magnitude of a goal, but if you break it down into manageable steps and commit to taking even the smallest action every day, you will begin to make steady progress. Those small actions add up over time and create momentum, which is one of the most powerful forces in the pursuit of success. When you start taking action, no matter how small, you start building a habit. And habits are what turn efforts into results. The more you act, the more your mindset shifts, and the more you come to see yourself as someone who is capable of making things happen. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start taking action. They believe that they need everything to align perfectly, or that they need to have everything figured out before they can begin. The reality is that there will never be a perfect moment. There will always be uncertainties, obstacles, and challenges. But those who are successful are the ones who want to understand that the best time to act is right now. Waiting for perfection often leads to procrastination, and procrastination is the enemy of progress. The key to success is to stop waiting and start doing. Take the first step, even if it feels imperfect. The only way to learn and grow is to take action and figure things out along the way. Taking action every day also involves making a commitment to yourself. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it, even when the road is tough, and even when the outcome is uncertain. There will be days when you feel unmotivated or when things don't go as planned, but it's on those days that your commitment to daily action matters most. Success is not built on inspiration alone, it's built on discipline. The ability to show up every day, to do the work, and to keep moving forward, even when it's hard, is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's easy to take action when you're feeling inspired, but it's the consistency of taking action day after day that creates lasting results. Another key aspect of taking action every day is that it helps you overcome fear and doubt. Often the fear of failure or the fear of making mistakes keeps people from taking action in the first place. But here's the truth: you will never have all the answers, and you will make mistakes along the way. That's part of the process. Every action you take, whether it's a success or a failure, teaches you something valuable. It's through those actions that you learn, adapt, and improve. The fear of failure fades when you realize that taking action is not about being perfect, it's about progress. Each action you take brings you closer to your goal, and even if you stumble along the way, you're still moving forward. Taking action every day also requires a shift in mindset. It requires a belief that every step, no matter how small, is important and contributes to your overall success. Too often people get discouraged because they don't see immediate results. They want to see dramatic changes right away, but they fail to recognize that success is a long-term game. It's the daily actions over time that create the results you desire. If you focus on doing the work each day and trust the process, you will start to see progress. It's not about expecting instant gratification, but understanding that the effort you put in today will lead to results tomorrow. The more you focus on the process and trust in the power of daily action, the more you will find that success follows naturally. One of the most powerful aspects of taking action every day is that it builds momentum. When you take action, you create a positive feedback loop. Each action you take gives you more confidence, which leads to more action. The more you act, the more motivated you become to continue. This momentum propels you forward and helps you overcome obstacles that might otherwise stop you. You start to see progress, and that progress fuels your drive to keep going. The key to building momentum is consistency. It's about doing something every day, even if it's just a small step. Over time, this momentum will carry you to places you never thought possible. Taking action every day also forces you to stay accountable. It's easy to let things slip when you don't have a clear plan or commitment to daily action. But when you make a promise to yourself to take action every day, you're holding yourself accountable. This accountability creates a sense of responsibility to your goals and dreams. It keeps you focused and driven even when distractions arise or when the going gets tough. You start to see the importance of showing up for yourself, of making the decision each day to move closer to your goals, no matter what. Ultimately, taking action every day is about consistency, commitment, and discipline. It's about making the choice to show up and do the work, even when it's difficult, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when you don't feel like it. It's about understanding that success doesn't happen overnight. It happens as a result of the small, daily steps you take toward your goals. The more you take action, the more you build momentum, overcome fear and doubt, and move closer to the life you want to create. So stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking action today. Each step you take is a step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Your future is in your hands. This is one of the most powerful truths you can ever embrace. The direction your life takes, the dreams you achieve, and the person you become are all determined by the choices you make today. Far too often, people look outside themselves for answers, waiting for the right opportunities or hoping that someone or something will change their circumstances. But the reality is that you hold the key to your own future. Your actions, decisions, and mindset today shape the person you will be tomorrow. You are the creator of your destiny, and the power to create the life you want is entirely within your grasp. Many people spend their lives living in a state of fear or uncertainty, wondering if they will ever achieve their goals or find happiness. They may believe that their future is determined by factors beyond their control, by their upbringing, their circumstances, or the people around them. While these factors may influence the path you take, they do not define who you are or what you can achieve. Your future is not determined by your past, your current situation, or the limitations others may place on you. It's determined by what you choose to do right now. Every thought you think, every action you take, and every decision you make has the power to shape your future in ways you may not even realize. One of the most empowering things you can do is to take full responsibility for your life. This means accepting that your circumstances are a result of the choices you have made, and that you have the power to change them. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or feeling like a victim of life's challenges. But when you accept responsibility, you reclaim your power. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you or for things to magically improve. Instead, you take charge of your life and begin to make decisions that move you closer to your goals. By taking responsibility for your life, you free yourself from the limitations that others or circumstances may try to impose on you. Your future is a direct reflection of your beliefs. If you believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams, you are more likely to take the necessary actions to make them a reality. On the other hand, if you believe that success is out of your reach, you will likely settle for less than what you're truly capable of. The power of belief is incredible because it influences every action you take. If you believe in your potential, you will be more willing to take risks, overcome obstacles, and push through challenges. But if you doubt yourself, you'll hesitate, procrastinate, find excuses not to act. The way you see yourself and the world around you will determine the steps you take and the results you achieve. It's important to understand that your future doesn't depend on perfection. Too often people wait for the right moment, or for everything to fall into place before taking action. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. The future is unpredictable and circumstances are always changing. Waiting for everything to be ideal is just another form of procrastination. The key is to start where you are with what you have and trust that the future will unfold as you take consistent steps forward. Your journey will not be without challenges, but those challenges are part of the process. They teach you lessons, build your resilience, and prepare you for greater success. Every small step you take today is a step toward creating the future you desire. When you take action, you begin to build momentum. Even the smallest steps, when taken consistently, add up over time. If you want to change your life, it's not about making giant leaps in a single day. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying committed to your goals. The more you take action, the more confidence you build and the more clarity you gain. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Over time, these small actions will lead to big changes, and the person you are today will not be the same person you are tomorrow. Your future is also shaped by your ability to embrace failure. It's easy to see failure as something to be feared or avoided. In reality, it's one of the greatest teachers you can have. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. When you take risks and fail, you gain valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. This knowledge allows you to adjust your approach and keep moving forward. People who achieve great things are not the ones who avoid failure, but the ones who are willing to fail and keep going. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but simply part of the process. By embracing failure, you remove its power over you and use it as fuel to propel yourself toward your goals. Another crucial element of creating your future is setting clear goals. Without a clear vision for where you want to go, it's easy to get lost or distracted. When you have a clear idea of what you want to achieve, you can make decisions and take actions that are aligned with that vision. Setting goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction, and it helps you stay focused when life gets tough. It's not enough to have a vague idea of what you want. You need to define it clearly. Break it down into actionable steps and work toward it every day. Goals give you something to strive for, something to keep you motivated and moving forward. Your future is also influenced by the people you surround yourself with. The people in your life can either lift you up or drag you down. If you want to create a bright future, it's important to surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. The right people will encourage you to be your best self, and they will help you stay focused on your goals. On the other hand, toxic relationships can drain your energy, fill you with doubt, and hold you back from achieving your potential. Choose to spend time with people who bring out the best in you, and distance yourself from those who hold you back. Ultimately, your future is in your hands. You have the power to shape your destiny, and the choices you make today will determine the life you lead tomorrow. Embrace the responsibility of creating your own future.